Hey, yo, what up, what up, what up? It's Lemekh coming at you with another one. selahsportstv. We're gonna talk a little bit of boxing. It's kind of hard to get into the actual boxing because of I'm just gonna get right into it. Yeah, I'm still learning the social media thing. I don't really do I'm not about to pump nothing up for 2 minutes and all of that. So I guess the algorithm just gonna screw me all around, whatever. But I'm not really into the production and all of that. I'm just gonna come at you, right? Let's talk about Ryan Garcia. Since everybody else is talking about Ryan Garcia, right? Let's talk about Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia has had his ups and downs in boxing, right? He's had his ups and downs. He got to start from social media, all right? He's already successful. Okay, financially, he's kind of already successful, right? Now, he's a fighter, he's a boxer, so that is gonna take another level of dedication, especially for a social media guy. I don't know, I try to look at the whole picture. I know people don't like the guy and everybody's like down on him, can't stand him and all that, and tell you what, like back when he was dropping out of fights, when he dropped out of the Jojo Diaz fight, and then he dropped out of the fucking he dropped out of the first Fortuna fight. I was down on him too. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? He comes out, he says his mental health is not good, and I let it go. Now, the reason why I let it go is because I believed it. I really believed that he had mental health issues. The psyche of a fighter is really no good for social media. That was just a bad mix, right? That type of shit can definitely lead to depression. Without going into the whole minutia of it, I could see how something like that would lead to depression. Like, he had to get his shit together. And I think part of that was getting away from the Canelo camp too. I don't think that was good for him. And when the thing that stuck out to me is probably something that didn't stick out to nobody else. But the thing that stuck out to me, I'm trying to remember what fight it was. I'm trying to remember exactly what fight it was. Was it maybe the Yildirim fight? It might have been the Avni Yildirim fight. But whatever fight it was a Canelo fight. And they keep flipping back, showing Ryan Garcia. And he's all like being Canelo's cheerleader and shit. He's all like, yeah. And then he's like giving Canelo's wife and his family high fives and shit. And I'm like, nah. He needs to get away from that camp. He will never be what he's supposed to be. As long as, hang on, I gotta turn this AC down, man. It's a little chilly up in this motherfucker. Matter of fact, let me turn it off. How about that? I just turn the shit off. But yeah, he's like giving high fives to Canelo's family and all that. His wife looked like she was uncomfortable with it anyway. Like, you shouldn't be doing that, man. That's really not your place. You're not in his family. You're not even from Mexico, dude. Like, you don't know him like that. You really don't. And now we know that you don't, right? So I'm glad he took it upon himself to get away. He looks a lot better now. He's fighting better, to me personally. His feet look better. Something about the Reynoso camp. They're not good with feet, are they? They're not very good with the feet. They need to fix that. Now, Canelo's feet have gotten better. I ain't gonna lie. Canelo's feet have gotten a lot better, but they still ain't good. And we saw that in his last fight. They're far from good. Bivol beat him with his feet. You know, back to Ryan Garcia. I kind of let off on him once he did the mental health thing because it was really looking like it was true. Like, you didn't see him around, like, constantly talking shit. He kind of went away. Got himself together. And I don't remember seeing him again until what fight was that? He came out for the Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko fight. That was the last. That was the next. Like from the time he announced mental health, I didn't see him until the Teofimo Lopez fight. Okay. And he's walking backstage and everything, and it looked like he was getting himself together. It looked like he had been through some shit. It really did. You know. So fast forward to now. Why are boxing fans so angry at this kid, man? Yeah, this is about to go into another thing. But why are y'all so fucking angry at this kid, man? This kid is like, what, 23, 24 years old? Like, why are y'all so fucking angry, man? Because he wants to fight Tank Davis? I thought that, like, if he... So, this is where boxing fans are. If Ryan Garcia, he already has a stigma of being a social media guy, pretty boy, right? He already has that stigma. I thought his comments were stupid as fuck, by the way. The comments about, they hate me because I'm handsome, they hate me. Oh, I know about that. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But that's something that you just don't say. You never say that. You just don't ever say that. Don't even address it. It's true. I know it's true. Because I know it's true. Then I'll just leave it there, right? Stuff like that happens. Stuff like that happens in the manosphere all the time. Men will act like it doesn't exist, but it's true. It happens. So he came out, well, they hate me because I'm handsome. Bad move, my friend. You shouldn't have said that. I mean, just politically, and he knows. Like, you don't say that. You just go ahead and suck that up, bro. Like, God gave you a gift in your eyes, not mine. In your eyes, he gave you a gift. Go ahead and use it and suck it up. If you think that, ride that wave, bro. Don't complain about that. That ain't nothing to complain about. Right? So he made the comment, and people just, oh my God, y'all was so triggered, right? Y'all was so triggered. I wasn't. Like, some people were. Like, I wasn't, because I understood the concept. That phenomena does happen. But it seemed like as soon as he said it, all these, oh man, what do you think he a pretty boy? He pretty. People just started coming out the woodwork. All the ghouls, all the goblins and ghouls started coming out. Oh man, he a pretty man. Fine. This is all before the Fortuna fight, right? So my thing is, bro, he's about to fight the same guy that he dropped out of the fight with last time. Why are you so upset at this motherfucker? Like, all right, let's do a little checklist. Is he Ryan Garcia? Is he saying, yeah, I'm going to get this guy in the ring. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to take his life. I'm going to take him away from his kids. To me, that's about the worst thing you could say to anybody. That's about the worst thing you could say. Is he, like, what's he doing? Oh, I get it. He left the Canelo camp, right? He left the Canelo camp, and he had some shit to say about Canelo. Man, I tell you what, man. You fucking fanboys are disgusting. You ain't on Canelo team. What the fuck you mad for? The fuck you so mad for? Because another fighter said something about your favorite fighter. You know how, like, y'all some bitches, man. This is not social media talk. I promise I would say the same thing to your face. Why would I not? Why would I not? Like, that's, what do you call that? Like, so because he said something about Canelo, which was true, he said Bivol was the better guy. It had nothing to do with size. Size was not why Bivol beat him, especially in that fight. Bivol wasn't just walking him down, pummeling him. He wasn't. Bivol was on his back foot. He wasn't fighting him like the bigger guy. He wasn't. He was fighting him like he was boxing him. He was a better boxer. Canelo wasn't boxing. So how you gonna be a better boxer than somebody and you ain't even boxing? You just going in there punching his arm, trying to slug away. That's all Ryan Garcia was talking about. He kept it boxing, but a lot of you fucking fanboys, man, y'all disgust me, man. That shit is unhealthy for boxing. Canelo can handle himself. I thought Canelo took his loss very well. I thought Canelo, for as much as y'all build him up, as much as y'all suck his balls and shit, I thought he took that loss extremely well. I give Canelo props for the ass whipping and how he reacted to it. It's y'all. Y'all act like bitches, man. Y'all act like bitches. Now, Ryan Garcia, he got work to do. He got a lot of work to do. But here's the thing. Ryan Garcia has very high potential. Very high potential. He has some skills that you can't teach. He has some skills that you can't teach. Whether you want to admit it or not, he got some skills that you can't teach. Now, I can go all into it on the boxing tip, or you could just, what's understood shouldn't have to be explained, right? Isn't that how the saying goes? You don't see too many people with hand speed like Ryan Garcia. Not even at the lower weights. His hand speed is damn near anomalous. I mean, the dude's hand speed is damn near anomalous. Like, it's damn near blurry. Right? He got some shit with them hands. And he can punch. They not just fast. He got power. So, you can acknowledge it, or you can just continue to hate. But if he keeps getting these fights, I believe you're going to see what it is. I believe that. And if he loses or something, then that's just the way it goes. It's boxing, right? We make calls and sometimes we're wrong. But what I don't get is like this crazy amount of hate. Like, what has this kid done, man? And if you can't tell, I'm not Mexican. That's another thing I'm tired of. All this race talk. All this quote-unquote tribalism. I know that I only hear one guy using that word tribalism, but he only uses tribalism in regards to white fighters or black fighters. He never uses tribalism when it comes to like Canelo fans, right? I'm gonna just throw that out there. But let's talk about this tribalism. I'm gonna call it racism. All this race shit. That ain't me, bro. When I look at sports, I can just look at the sport. I ain't Mexican, I ain't Mexican American, none of that shit. So what? So the fuck what? So, miss me with the tribalism talk. Like, you can go and tell one of your family members about that dumb shit. Fuck out my face with that tribalism shit. That ain't my background. That's for idiots like you. Low level thinkers. That ain't me, bro. But yeah. You might as well just go ahead and appreciate. I think personally, let's go fast forward, right? Because we know that y'all been hating on this kid. Let's go fast forward though. Personally, I think he's all wrong for Tank Davis. If Rolly Romero can like give Tank some moments, and he did. Rolly gave Tank some moments in there. But you just saw at a certain point the experience just like once he started repeating shots and repeating like combinations, we knew that was gonna be his demise, right? It's like, oh no, don't throw it again, and then just like that, it was over with, right? Because boxing is all done up here. Like you can't do that. You got to disguise damn near everything you do, and if you're gonna repeat something, you better make it like 3, 4, 5 rounds apart. Just like football, you don't run the same play twice. You're not gonna run 2 double reverses. right? Back to back. You're not going to run 2 flea flickers in the same game, most likely. Because teams pick up on looks. It's the same thing in boxing, except it's even more personal. It's even more personal. So, I say all that to say, Ryan Garcia is not Rolly Romero. Ryan Garcia is operating at a higher level than Rolly Romero. It's true. Now, I like Rolly. A lot of it has to do with what he brings to boxing outside the ring. But I mean, I don't think he put on a bad performance against Tank. I mean, he didn't. I thought he showed well for himself. And if he keeps improving, he could do okay. I don't know if he'll become a champion. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Rolly will ever be a champion. But I do think Ryan Garcia will be a champion. I do think so. I do. Now, what I hope for Ryan is that I don't like that. Here's the thing. I love these boxers as boxers, and all my friends, they know how I feel about Oscar De La Hoya, the boxer Oscar De La Hoya. Like, my closest friend, they know how I feel about this guy. Like, he's one of my favorites. Heart, motherfucker just had heart, and he damn near is the prototype for boxing, for a boxer. Like, the way De La Hoya went out there, you can't really hate on it. He lost some big fights. He won some big fights. He got screwed in the fight. Like, cool. But he was there. He was there to fight everybody. No excuses. Oscar fought them all. Right? Floyd Mayweather. My friends, all my closest friends, they know how I feel about Floyd Mayweather. Love Floyd Mayweather. As a technician, just his ability to adapt to anything you're doing in the ring. He had something for it. Whatever you was doing, he had a way to figure that shit out. That's what I loved about Floyd. But both these guys fucking suck as boxing promoters. Right? See, me being a fan of them doesn't mean that I have to just support everything they do. I'm a fucking man. I don't do the idolatry. Right? Yeah, they had excellent boxing careers. As promoters, they're fucking up the game. Because they know how they got to the top, and what they're doing is shielding their fighters from doing any of that. They fought them all, but then their fighters that they have under them are not. They're not fighting hardly nobody. Tank ain't fighting nobody. Right? Ryan is, I think they're trying, but the thing with Ryan is we know De La Hoya's track record, right? We know how his track record is. Like, he don't have a good track record. Like how he was handling Canelo, how he's handling Munguia, and Ryan Garcia. Like, it's not a good look. You gotta get these guys out of the bubble. It's boxing, man. Like, Oscar took losses, like, and I know it's a big, financial downfall, or it's supposed to be. But to me, for a guy like Ryan Garcia, it's really not that big of a financial downfall. He has millions of social media followers. They're gonna come out whether he loses or not. He got them followers. They're not boxing fans. They coming out for him. So whether he wins, loses, draw, whatever, like, he's still gonna have them people. Put him in these fucking fights, man. Because honestly, I think he'll win a lot of them. At the same time, I'm saying that, but is it the fact that he wasn't getting the fights because of his mental health? Is he ready to give him the fights now? We gotta see. So I'm not gonna make this video too long. It probably already is, but I just wanted to kind of back y'all off of Ryan Garcia a little bit, man. It's like, we understand he got some work to do. We understand he probably need to watch what he say a little bit, shut his mouth, you know, continue to stay focused. But damn, like, are you hating on him a little bit? Is it a little bit of hate? All right, that's all I got, man. Hey, if you appreciate the video, go ahead. You make sure you keep that right hand up, right? You keep that back hand up. And I want you to dip down and go to the body and then uppercut, just like Iron Mike used to do. Wear that rib out and then go straight up top to the like button. Peace.